How old should kids be to use a phone? A parent's journey of consideration. Hey everyone, today I want to share something that I know keeps a lot of parents up at night. How old should kids be before they get a phone? Honestly, smartphones are amazing. They help our kids learn and explore the world. But let's be real, I'm also super worried. What if they start using it too early and run into trouble? So, I dug into an expert article on parenting. And I want to retell it to you in my own words. With all the emotions of a parent walking this path alongside you. First, let me give you the big picture. Phones come with both pros and cons, pretty obvious, right? But there's no magic age that says, yep, your kid's ready. What matters most is understanding our kids and setting up some clear, ground rules, so they can use phones the right way. Now, let's dive deeper into each part so you can really picture it. The upsides and worries of letting kids use phones. Guys, imagine your kid holding a phone. It's a mix of pride and nerves. Isn't it? I can see how phones bring so many awesome things to their lives. Like, they can call me right away if they need help or shoot a text like, "Mom, what's for dinner?" It warms my heart just thinking about it. Plus, it helps them chat with friends, build connections, and pick up some social skills. And don't get me started on free internet. It's like a treasure chest for them to dig into. Answering school questions or random curiosities like, why does it rain? Best of all, it keeps them from falling behind their tech-savvy friends. But here's the thing. I can't help but feel anxious too. As great as the benefits are, there's a flip side. I'm terrified they might stumble onto websites with stuff they shouldn't see, violence, death, or things way too grown up for them. Then there's social media, which can mess with their heads, making them feel bad about themselves or even pushing them toward dark thoughts. I've heard stories of kids getting bullied online or scammed, and it just breaks my heart. Someone once compared a smartphone to a grenade. If kids don't know how to handle it, it could blow up in their hands. That hits hard, doesn't it? It's why I feel giving them a phone isn't just handing over a gadget. It's a huge responsibility for us as parents. So, when are they ready for a phone? Okay, here's where I really start overthinking. When's the right time? I read from Common Sense Media that 42% of 10-year-olds have phones. By 12, it jumps to 71%, and by 14, it's a whopping 91%. Hearing that, I panicked a little. What if my kid's the odd one out without a phone? Feeling left behind? But then I realized age isn't the whole story. Some experts say wait until 8th grade, around 13 or 14. But I think it depends on the kid. What really matters is how much they get technology and how aware they are of the world around them. I started asking myself these questions. Does my kid lose stuff all the time, especially expensive things? If I tell them the phone's important, will they take care of it? Or toss it aside after a few days? Do they understand money yet? And how do they handle it? Are they good at picking up social cues? Because phones can make that harder? Do they know enough about the internet and social media? And, big one, do they follow family rules about screen time? If they're glued to the TV or gaming console nonstop, I bet they'd be the same with the phone. For me, it's not about chasing an age, it's about looking at my kid. Don't you think so too? Every time I wrestle with this, I feel torn between keeping them safe and making sure they're not missing out. Teaching kids to use phones the right way. Now, this is the part one find exciting. How do we make sure our kids use phones without us stressing out? I've learned that before buying them one, we've got to teach them how to handle it. Sounds simple, but it's a real journey. First, I'd sit down with my kid and say, hey, a phone isn't a reward for good grades or a birthday gift. Okay? If you need it for school, you can borrow mine. Then we'd set up a deal. I'd put a password on it, install software to block bad websites, Limit who they can text. And set screen time hours so they don't overdo it. I'd tell them no downloading random games or apps. Kids are so curious. You know, half an hour before bed. We'd all leave our phones outside the bedroom. I'd lead by example so they see it's a good habit. Not a punishment. Doesn't that feel cozy? Imagining us doing this together? If they break the rules, I'd take the phone away for a bit. Maybe a few days or a week. Depending. If it keeps happening, I might have to confiscate it for good. Even though it'd hurt me too. But I believe if I stick with it and guide them, they'll get the hang of it. Once I trust their attitude and seriousness, I'd feel okay getting them their own phone, without worrying it'll turn into that grenade. Closing thoughts. Guys, figuring out when to let our kids have a phone is no walk in the park. I want them to enjoy technology, but I'm scared of the risks. I hope after hearing all this, you feel like it's not just about their age, it's about how we walk this road with them. Set some boundaries, talk to them, and trust them a little. I truly believe if we pay attention, our kids can make phones a friend, not a danger. What do you think? Do you feel the same way I do?